Hello, everyone. This is Renee Rennie from San Diego, California, esthetician and beauty counter consultant. And today I want to talk about sensitive skin. And sensitive skin is it's a big issue. It's something that we could talk about for hours, but I'm going to try to condense it to some just bullet points of things to ask your clients when they say that they have sensitive skin. And I would say 9 out of 10, actually 9.5 out of 10 people will say that they have sensitive skin. So when you're talking to them, you want to ask more probing questions. Okay, so you say you're sensitive skin. Tell me what happens and what are you putting on the skin before it happens, and how long does it last? And what are you talking? Are you talking about burning? Are you talking about tingling? Because burning and tingling are two different things. Are you talking about bright red, or is it a little pink? Is there heat in the skin, or is it normal temperature? Heat, you want to cool the skin down. That's not something to get too afraid of. That just means that the blood is flowing, and that's actually kind of a good thing. You're moving the blood through the system. When the skin gets a little rosy pink, that's fine too. That just means we're inducing movement of the blood flow in the skin tissue. Tingling is different from burning and stinging. Tingling can be from an alpha hydroxy acid, and it's stimulating the skin, and that's a good thing. But if it's burning and it's getting itchy and it is getting little bumps, then that would be an allergic reaction and total sensitivity to an ingredient in that particular product. So what I'm trying to get at is when people say they have sensitive skin, it means a wide range of things. I'm going to talk about one reason people have sensitive skin, and it has to do with a layer of your skin called the hydrolipidic barrier. And this is your stratum corneum. This is the dead skin that's at the very surface, that what we feel and touch. It's your first line of defense against virus, bacteria, environmental free radicals, trauma. It's our first line of defense. Our second line of defense is this barrier called the hydrolipidic barrier. It's a very important barrier, and it's a combination of water and oil. And it allows perspiration to evaporate out of the skin to help regulate the temperature in the form of perspiration. So that's very important to be able to regulate that. And it also allows ingredients that are water and oil soluble, that are good for the skin, to actually penetrate down, getting closer to the live skin layers where it's designed to go to be helpful for the skin. So it's a very important barrier. But a lot of products that are on the market today have completely obliterated this beautiful, beautiful blend of oil and water. Ingredients such as benzoyl peroxides will obliterate it. Alkaline products, so like your Dial bar of soap or your Dial liquid soaps, antibacterial soaps, things that are on the alkaline side of the scale that can just, they'll just completely wipe away that layer, leaving the skin exposed. So that whenever you put something on the skin, it immediately hits there. There's nothing buffering it and slowing the penetration down where the skin can utilize the ingredients. So it's a very important barrier. So let's say you've never had sensitive skin, but now all of a sudden you're having sensitivities. What do I do? Well, you want to first make sure that it's not an ingredient that is causing you sensitivities. And as long as you're not getting an allergic reaction, chances are you're not having a sensitivity to something in that. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that they are using ingredients and products that have a blend of water ingredients as well as oil ingredients. So you want to make sure that there are things like aloe and water and hyaluronic acid. in your ingredients, as well as oils, essential fatty acids, and ingredients that have high fat content, so that when it's applied to the skin has a chance to hopefully reform and maybe even rebalance and get that hydrolipidic barrier back onto the skin, where it can help kind of regulate things that are going out and things that are coming into the skin. Not only will we always be able to repair it and get it back to where it was before, but we can definitely make sure that they're not using oil-free products, and make sure that they're not using products that are going to strip that away. The good news is Beautycounter's products, we have oils and waters in it, so that we're constantly restoring that barrier with the products that we apply. So no Beautycounter products will be obliterating that very, very important hydrolipidic barrier. I will make a note to let you know that I have done a lot of research on this, but skin that is of Asian descent, whether it be Japanese, Chinese, Philippine, Korean, for some particular reason, through some gene and DNA mutations, people with an Asian descent tend to be born with a compromised hydrolipidic barrier, meaning their babies are born with very, very sensitive skin. You'll see a lot of eczemas, you'll see lots of rash, you'll see lots of sensitivities. They're very, very sensitive to heat and cold. And that's because, and for some reason, there's been some DNA mutating with some different genes so that they're born with an already compromised hydrolipidic barrier. Now, not all of them, but in my own practice, when I was a practicing esthetician, I would say 9.5 out of 10 people who had Asian descent skin was sensitive. They truly, truly had very, very sensitive skin. So that's what sparked me into looking more into it. But again, all sorts of things we can put on our skin that's going to obliterate it before, genes and anything else can mutate. So the moral of the story is, not using products that have oil in it is not good for the skin. And you want to maintain that good barrier by using good, healthy Beautycounter products to help sustain that hydrolipidic barrier. Ask lots of questions when people say they're sensitive, and when they give you your answers, those are going to be the clues as to what products you want to steer them towards. So if you have any further questions, you can throw it out on the Voxer chat. Any questions about the hydrolipidic barrier, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Have a nice evening.